Hey everyone, I figured probably enough time has passed where I can finally give a little bit more insight on what the body healing sessions look like. So I will admit that I think I need to change the name of these sessions because they have morphed into something that is addressing the body, like that is the end goal. But we are going into some heavier emotional turmoil because that's what's screwing up your body. So, because we're also unique and because our bodies are also complex and unique, I have to tell you now that each session looks very different for each person. So, what it's been really looking like is you would come to me with something that you're specifically wanting to work on for the body. I've had people come with weight or skin. I've had people come with shoulder injuries. I've had people come with ringing in the ears and, pain and disease and disorder and you name it, back issues, like really anything. But I want you to know that it's not limited to body issues. Do you have issues with jealousy, sadness, depression, anxiety? Do you have trouble connecting to your joy? Do you have just a general imbalance with even your emotional and mental programs and your mental feelings? Because those will be addressed. So sometimes people will come to me and they'll say, I have a back injury. And we'll end up going into how they don't feel joy the way that they need to, that they are detached and resistance from people. Like it's just everything. So you come to me with one issue and your higher self, your Akashic record, your body is going to word vomit on you and basically tell you all of the things that also need to be addressed. So it's really all encompassing, but it is digging a bit deeper. So as you know, when we go into the Akashic records to do soul realignment, I mean, if you've already done that with me, it's kind of the uplifting, getting rid of our karmic blocks, getting on our path, clearing our way so we can go where we need to go. But with the body and the emotional programs, we're going deeper. This is stuff you can't let go of. Karma's long forgiven you for that lifetime. Karma's long allowed you to take that path, but you're not allowing yourself to go there because you haven't healed it. So it's the true shadow work. The parts of ourselves that we get easily triggered, that we are resentful, we're having trouble connecting. Like I said, it looks different for everybody. We go through, we find out, where is this coming from? What does it look like? What's the ripple effect? And, where did it originate from? Why do you feel those ways? Because sometimes, 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with this life. It's long, long, long ago, one that you're still kind of trying to process. So we'll figure out what that life was. We'll figure out what emotional programs are you storing in your body, because that is what is going to create the imbalances, usually. I have had other people that come with something going on and it just looks completely different. I have to tell you, it's not a one size fits all approach, but we ask your higher self what is going on. We dig a little bit deeper, we figure out the programs, we delete them, rebalance your energies, and you will go through a detox usually. Again, everybody's so unique. It's so difficult to know what it's going to look like, but anything that's a typical detox system or symptom can be experienced within the 21-day clearing. So aches and pains, headaches, nausea, different bathroom habits, skin breakouts. I personally experience the feelings of kind of emptiness and disconnect. So sometimes 99% of what you think about or what you're dealing with mentally is an imbalanced energy. So when we rebalance it, I kind of couldn't remember who I was. I didn't know what I was supposed to be thinking about or working towards because 90% of the stuff that I had going on within me was something that didn't need to be there. So when we reshuffled it, I kind of was like, okay. So there's a little bit sometimes that feeling of confusion or emptiness because you're busy trying to figure out like what is it that is real to you. So there is some, emotional irritability. I went through a lot of roller coasters of emotions. I was in, I was out, I was here, I was there, I was crying. It's just part of the process. It usually doesn't last longer than 21 days, even though that is a long time. But the detox system or symptoms happen for 21 days. Then your body starts to do the healing. So the detox is the flush, the get rid of this, get it out of you. And then after the detox, that is when the body starts to heal. So it's not a snap your fingers, let's fix this today kind of thing. It's a process. It is in fact a process. And I really want people to realize that they are the healers of themselves. So you have spent lifetimes putting your body maybe into the state that it is in now. So it's not, oh, come see me for 10 minutes or an hour, I guess. The session's an hour, and it's going to be all better. There's a care plan. Your higher self tells you, listen, these are the next major things you're going to have to tackle. And if you want to heal, then those are the things you'll want to start to do. But in the Akashic records, there's no such thing as time. So it's not like do everything right now. Your higher self lives outside of time and space. So when I give you the care plan, it doesn't mean do 9,000 things in 1 week or 1 month or 21 days. It means pick something, and your higher self is obviously smarter than we are. So it's going to give you priority number 1, priority number 2, priority number 3. So you actually know where to start. You're probably going to want to start at priority number 1. Take those new actions to create that healing within you. But your higher self will lay it out very nicely for you. And guys and girls, I'm telling you, it is creepy. I even creep myself out sometimes when we do these sessions because it's just so accurate. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing. So some things that you don't even bring forth, I will tell you about, and it's just mysterious. And then when we go through the care plan, the higher self's going to give us, sometimes it's a mix of things. Sometimes it's some herbs or supplements, sometimes it's an action, and some of the herbs and supplements I'm writing down, I'm not really familiar with. And then I kind of have to go and do some research so I can explain to people, why is this the thing that your higher self is recommending? And every single time, it is always directly linked to whatever the issue is. And I would never know that. Like, it's just, it's amazing. So if you're on a healing journey, you want to reset the mind, the body, the spirit, try out some of the body work. I call it body work, but like I need to kind of switch the name of that because it's like deeper healing, going into emotions and brain balance and body balance, and it's incredibly impressive. And people, like, even just like, obviously the healing takes a little bit longer, so we're still starting to see some of those things, but some of the relief is immediate, and people are like, wow, I've been battling myself for a long time, and today I feel a lot lighter. I don't have those dialogues in my head. So it's very cool. You do get a care plan. The session's recorded. You can go back and take notes. And everything's specific to you. So depending on what you're dealing with, it's going to look differently. And again, the healing does take a longer time. Healing the spirit within is kind of like instantaneous, but the body's a little bit slower, but it's happening. People have really noticed some great results. I'm kind of waiting for more time to pass so that we can collect like a timeline, like 5 days in, this is what it feels like. 25 days in, this is what's kind of going on. So once I've collected a little bit more of information, I will be sharing that. But I wanted to kind of jump on here and add a little bit of stuff and information for people at this point because it has been really cool to work with. I find it very interesting. I love doing it. The price point is a little bit higher, but that is because I need to see from you that you're invested in this. Because if you show up at my table and you say, all right, heal me, because it only costed you $82, you're just not going to get very far because the healing's on you. I'm just the messenger. I'm passing along what your higher self has said you need to be doing. And if you're not going to do it, you've basically flushed $82 into the wishing well. And I'll be that wishing well for you, but it's not going to get you anywhere. And you're going to say, she couldn't do this for me. And if you've done a session with me, you know, nope, it's you didn't do that for you. You didn't show up for you. You created that. We create our reality. We manifested. But we are our biggest problem, but we are our only solution as well. So it's very powerful. So the price point is a little bit higher, but it's because I do need to see that you're invested, because otherwise I'm going to be going through a lot more work than you're even going to go through. And that doesn't make very much sense now, does it? So it is a soul investment, a healing investment in yourself. So feel free to check it out. If you have any questions, drop me an email. I have all my information in the description, or give me a call, drop a line. Feel free to check out my website as well, because there are more details on the website. But that's kind of another little introduction to what it has been looking like and what people have been feeling, like just immediate relief. And my example isn't the best one, because I had so many digestive issues, so I had to kind of go on a bit of an extreme elimination diet type of thing, so that wasn't fun. I had a lot of stuff listed on mine, but I have had people say, like, instantly feel better. But then I have had people say it got quieter and quieter and better and better and better, and they're just feeling really good. And I am so curious to see what people are going to look and feel like a year from now, because it just seems like in 2 months things look pretty good. What is it going to look like in a year? And the reason that the body is slower and that it becomes ailmented is because the body is an outward reflection of the spirit inside. So the spirit has to heal before the body's going to metamorph into what you really are. So we do have to dig into that emotional stuff. We do have to dig into the stuff that you are maybe not wanting to deal with. We do have to call it up and call it out. And again, that's that beloved shadow work, but it makes a difference. And I do have a post coming out. It's out now, of just a comparison of what I've looked like in a year, because I've done so much spiritual healing. And I mean, I still have a lot to do. Still working on it. But the light around me is different, and you can check on my online to kind of see that. And I'm going to continue to post those progressions, but a little bit more time to go by, a little bit more healing. But my skin, my light, my eyes, and everything's kind of come back on. So once we shed the emotional baggage, guess what? We shed some of the pain, we shed some of the weight, we shed some of the things that have been boiling up within us, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're willing to check it out. It's not just for people that are, really struggling with their health. It's people that also are struggling with their emotions, or taking the next step, or clearing their mind and their fog, because this session goes a lot deeper and it explains a lot more, and people have been having amazing results. So I'll continue to collect them and then begin to sort of share them as I have a longer period of reference. But yeah. Take care.